what benefit does it have? The question should be benefit for who? Benefit for the government that wants to actually control commentary and critique, or benefit for the industry? So I don't see any significant, I don't even actually see any, you know, small benefit for the industry, but definitely not any significant benefit. I do see significant benefit for a government that wants to control whatever goes out. We saw how, the government was so intent on controlling OTTs in that piece in the WAPO that was done by Jerry, and how the kind of films that are being made, the kind of series that are being made must have a nationalistic or a pro ideology stance of this government. Now, when we talk about censorship or control or regulation of content on television, in cinema, etc., there is a certain licensing process that happens. When you broadcast, you're uplinking and downlinking after having bought a license from the government. Because for uplinking, downlinking, you need, satellite rights, you need all sorts of other things. So you are actually asking for a resource or asking for something that is been created by the government, or at least been licensed by them. And back before the internet, for good reason, because you don't want, let's say, enemy countries or hostile countries to be able to uplink and downlink channels to you. And that was one of the reasons, but there are other reasons. There is enough regulatory framework in place which actually does hold to account people who are commenting on social media, or even digital news platforms or digital content platforms. The three-tier mechanism for redressal of complaints was also there for news digital platforms that everybody is actually abiding by even as we speak. A question I'd like to ask is, let's say the hundreds and thousands of digital platforms that exist, whether it's news platforms, whether it is entertainment platforms, if all of them complaints were to go together to the INB ministry, would they be able to resolve them, or will they only resolve the ones that they want to resolve? And this is not the first time. If you just see the pattern of regulation for digital content, whether it is FDI laws, whether it is the IT Act and the amendments to them, to this, the trend is plain to see that what is the purpose. In my view, the purpose of policy frameworks or policy interventions is to make it a more robust industry, so that it can thrive in a healthy manner, provide employment, provide good content, and all these things. But every policy intervention that you see has nothing to do with creating an environment that is more productive for people getting into that industry. It is always about how can the government control you. It disincentivizes people from actually entering the industry. I think it will inhibit a lot of creative work and even important commentary. If you just go to the INB website and see all the blockings and the banning of channels that have happened over the last 5 years, there's actually a button, and you see some of them. Some of them are of course alarming and scary, like when NDT was blacked out for airing a documentary, or the other news channels that have been blocked for anything from 1 hour to 2 hours to 1 week. But you see some of the others, why was Comedy Central blacked out for a while? And you realize it is not just, stuff that's critical of the government. The kind of stuff that gets taken down and the kind of reasons that channels have got banned, I don't think any country or society or civilization that hopes to be critical thinking, that wants to have an environment where people create more, produce better stuff, would want that kind of an list of bans. And you know, your viewers don't have to take my or anyone's word for it. They just go to the NB website and see down the years all the channels that have been taken down or banned for certain periods of time and the reasons for that, and it'll be clear to you how wonderful or not wonderful this idea is.